Joined by a former NFL quarterback up in the booth, Mr. Brock Heward. I'm Kate Scott, and Brock, you can brag if you'd like to, because I know you had quite the big arm in your days with the Huskies and the Seahawks in Seattle. Well, we got a couple of quarterbacks here who also know how to push that football down the field.
Yeah, you got a couple QBs who are going to keep these defenses honest today, because the moment they get greedy in coverage or get too aggressive in the pocket, either of these quarterbacks can drop a dime, drop a deep throw right over him for big yardage, and maybe 6 points too.
Here's the punter, Bradley Pinion, to get this one going. And away we go at Mercedes-Benz Stadium. Fielded at the 7. And he's brought down just inside the 25 on the return. So here come the Bills for their opening drive. And leading them out, someone who's still the pride of Wyoming University and Fireball, California. One of the league's best and biggest arms, Josh Allen.
We've seen a lot of big arms come and go in the NFL. Few translate that talent, though, into stardom, quite like Josh Allen. It's fun for me on the college football road when I ask these young quarterbacks who they idolize, who they look up to. And just about every big guy that can run says the same thing, Josh Allen, because that skill set is so tantalizing. A player who can rip off a highlight reel play with the pass, and just as easy with the down in just about any situation.
And his effort results in maybe 2 yards, but nothing more.
Hey, we know running the ball in the NFL is hard, and that play pretty indicative of it. Here's the key, though. At the end of the game, those type of plays got to be in the minority, and the majority have got to do some damage.
8 yards to go. Well, let's see how they approach this second down. Another one for Cook. He's contained at the line for no gain. That's Matthew Judon in on the tackle. Back-to-back runs, yielding just 2 yards, and now it's 3rd and 8.
You know, Kate, over the years, I've heard running backs say there's just times you got to run in the darkness. And when linebackers fill that hole like that right in the middle of the field, he ran right into the darkness and the pain of that linebacker.
That's caught for the first. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot.
You know what I like about that, Kate? I like that they're not coming out slow. They're willing to go with some looks here that will yield big yardage down the field instead of just settling for dinking and dunking the ball.
From the 44-yard line now, 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Allen. That finds his man. It's Keon Coleman. And he gets it through the midfield stripe and onto the Falcons side of the field.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on 1st down. Well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for 2nd down. And with 3rd and short in your back pocket, you can get even more aggressive and take that shot.
They send a man in motion. Here's 2nd and 2. Caught him deep behind the line. Oh, the ball is out! And it's a turnover. The defense has it. They had gotten the ball moving, Brock. We're seeing some progress on their debut possession.
They were following the script well, but of course, nobody scripts a turnover.
No, they don't. So does that totally erase the positives that they could otherwise take away from that opening drive?
Yes and no. I mean, every possession is such a premium in this league, but you do know we can move this ball. We just got to take better care of it.
So here are the Falcons out on offense for their first drive. And leading them out is a master at overcoming adversity before and after being drafted 8th overall in 2024. Out of your alma mater, Washington, it's Michael Penix Jr.
One of the big advantages of Michael Penix coming into the league is it wasn't storybook in college. In fact, he got beat up in Bloomington. Everybody remembers the end at Washington, the runner-up for the Heisman, the national title game, but he took a beating. Injuries derailed many of his years back at Indiana. And I think because of that background, because of all that gets built through that adversity, he's more than ready for everything that comes his way in the NFL.
Give him a few yards on that run. It's 2nd and 7.
Kate, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Pass is caught. That's Darnell Mooney. And he goes out a little short of the 40. Call it 7 yards on the play, and that's enough for the first down.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on second down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about third down at all.
Putting the tight end in motion. On first down, here's Penix. Toward the sideline, and he's got it. And he's going to be taken down a yard shy of the 25. A very productive play from the rookie QB out of Washington. That gets them a first down.
I love throwing on first down. And when you see a first down pass just like that, it's taking advantage of a matchup you planned for, and you go out and execute.
First and 10, or under Robinson. This is ahead for about 5. Daquan Jones with the tackle on that play. We'll get a stoppage now. Looks like we have someone banged up after that run, in need of some attention. Halfway to the marker, it's 2nd and 5. Another carry for Robinson. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
What was supposed to move the chains or at least make third down easier to handle instead? Well, did the exact opposite here, Kate. It now makes this third down a whole lot trickier to figure out.
Let's see what they draw up on a 3rd and 7. Penix here from the gun. Escapes the pocket. He'll make a bid for it on the ground.
That's just a case where you're trying to make something when there really is nothing there. There just wasn't an opening for him to work with, and he was lucky to get what he could.
So now on 4th down, the Falcons electing to send Younghoe Koo after the field goal. This a 39-yarder from the left hash. The kick by Lutz is good. And they're on the board.
Well, I know once that drive stalls out, that's where it really pays to have that reliable kicker on the sideline ready to bail you out. And he knocks that one right through to give him the lead.
Out to kick it away, here's Pinion. Ty Johnson now to return. They'll bottle him up as he gets the return to the 30. Here comes the Bills offense for their 2nd drive of the game. And their defense held up after that fumble. Only gave up 3, so time for this offense to make it up to them. Get some points of their own. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Allen setting up play action. Taking his shot, deep down the field it goes. That one is incomplete, couldn't hang on through the contact.
Defender's not going to be thrilled the catch was almost made on his watch, but more importantly, he breaks it up. Gives him a chance to do a little jawing after the play. Lets the other guy know he roughed him up and cost him that catch.
So after the incompletion, here comes the 2nd down call. Cook trying this one up the gut. He's out, jukes his way into the clear. And he breaks into enemy territory before being stopped on a huge gain.
Anytime you go over half the field in one play, totally changes the complexion of the drive. They're now set up beautifully in enemy territory to end the series with some type of points.
So the big play has him well into enemy territory and field goal range. They're inside the 30. First down throw for Allen. Connection made to Shakir. And that's good for a gain of 5. D. Alford getting there for the stop.
Well, that's a pretty similar result to a first down run play. Moves it forward, keeps you on schedule, and makes second and third down a whole lot easier to manage.
Halfway to the marker, it's 2nd and 5. From the 21. This will be caught by Cooper. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
I'm sure coach and play caller doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
They're now set for 1st and 10. Shotgun handoff now to Cook. And he drives this forward to the 6. Give him around 6. That's going to make it 2nd and 4.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid game, but it's also a run that you know and you may come back to, because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you really break the backs of a defense.
Allen setting up to throw. He's on the move. And he will score. Touchdown, Buffalo! The Bills pull ahead 6-3 in the first. Josh Allen, the touchdown. Great play by the QB there, Brock. The play broke down. He didn't have much of a choice other than to escape and improvise. And in the end, turned out to be the best call he could have made.
It is such a necessary tool in today's NFL for that QB to put right in his tool belt, Kate. You know, in my day, you could be a blacksmith, right? You just do the job and stay in the pocket. Not anymore. You got to be an artist. And you got to be an artist that can create when things break down. And that's big time to get a touchdown out of it as well.
Extra point up and good from Bass. And the Bills take a 4-point lead. Bass now to kick this away. On the return, here's Ray McLeod. And it's a nice return here. They'll tackle him shy of the 35. The Falcons taking the field for their second drive. And they brought out their kicker for a field goal their last possession. This time they'll look to bring him out for an extra point instead. Here's 1st and 10 from the 34. Drive begins with a run. It's Robinson. And he'll get it up to the 44. That's an 11-yard pickup, and it gives them the first down.
It's pretty obvious this defense, man, they need more people around the line of scrimmage. But the minute you do that, Kate, you start opening up those throwing lanes. This is how balance takes apart a defense.
From the 44-yard line now, 1st and 10. From the shotgun, Penix. Completes. It's Bijan Robinson. And it's a nice little chunk here, 6 yards. Making the stop that time, Taron Johnson.
That's what you call efficiency. Exactly what you're looking for on first down. Textbook. It sets up second and very manageable, and then creates that space if you want to take a shot downfield.
Penix working from the gun. Finds his target, Robinson. And he won't salvage that. It's a loss on the play.
That pass, it did put him in a position where he had to shake a defender. That's all you want. Give me a one-on-one. And he is capable of doing it, but not against that dude. That defender could not be shook, and he knocked him back across the line.
3rd down, it's Penix. Escapes out to the... Oh, he was on the move, but so was the defense, and they take him down. And the defense comes through to back him up ahead of 4th down.
Kate, I've seen a one-step drop. I've seen a 3, a 5, a 7. Some of the boots and play actions, you get more depth. but a 20-step drop? That's not going to cut it, except for this defense that just adds a whole bunch of negative yards to that play.
So with the Falcons set to punt on fourth, on comes Bradley Pinion. Breaks the tackle, still going. And he's brought down before the return gets far. That punt finishes as a 60-yard effort. And the Bills will take over possession. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Back to throw now, Allen. He's got this complete to James Cook. And he'll go down after pushing this up to the 29.
That is a textbook first down completion. Sets up second and very manageable and creates space to take that shot downfield.
2nd and 3 now. From the 29. That's too far in front, and it's not going to be caught.
Well covered on that play. Really not a large window for him to sneak that throw in.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here. Operating from the gun, it's Allen. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Ball and defender arrived at the exact same time there. And that'll bring up 4th and 3.
That drop ruins the payoff to a well-designed play. It got a man open, it beat the coverage. That's a call they can revisit in the future with hopefully a much better job finishing the catch.
Fair catch made here at the 30. No return on that punt. And the Falcons will take over. Onto the field runs the Atlanta offense. And they'll try for better results this time around, Brock, after they had to punt it away last time out. They've got 1st down from the 31. From the gun, it's Robinson. He's got to gain a 6 there. Making the stop that time, Taron Johnson. He managed 6 on the play, bringing up 2nd and 4.
Kate, I know you can see that smile on my face as we stand next to each other. Sure, I love that run. But I'm thinking about some great running backs. In fact, Corey Dillon, who created a lot of negative grades on my play sheet because I didn't want to carry out no fake. I wanted to watch the damage he could do like we just saw.
And he doesn't see a window he likes, so he just got rid of that one. And then brings up 3rd down. Penix now. Cover man is there, and he harmlessly knocks it away. Incomplete.
Any DB prefers a highlight reel interception to just forcing an incomplete pass. But as soon as he realized a pick wasn't possible on the play, well, he gets his hands on it and made sure it wasn't completed.
Bradley Pinion on now to punt. And this will be his 2nd effort of the contest. Same as a touchback here. Fair catch made at the 20. So no return on that punt. Man, it'll be their football. The Bills' offense all set for their next drive. They were only on the field for 3 plays their prior series, Brock. Let's see what changes they make to take over here. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Straight ahead, here's Cook. And they're going to bring him down just beyond the 30 at the 31.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that 1st down marker.
In a good spot here, 2nd and inches. Putting a receiver in motion. From the 31, Coleman with the grab. And he's downed after getting this up to the 41. They come through with a nice gain of 10 and a 1st down.
Nice to see that connection, that chemistry working between the two of them.
1st and 10 from the 41. Working from the gun, it's Allen. Fits it through the middle. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. A big play, 23 yards to move those chains.
I may love watching a great thrower, but I love watching a well-done route too, Kate. Make that guy think you're trying to stack him only to drop your hips and cut right inside. Some good work to help reset those chains.
1st down, ball at the 36. Allen on the play action. Escapes the pocket. Stepping up, and he's going to run. And he's able to drive this to the 29 before the stop.
You know, Kate, they always say that QB clock, you know what it's more like? It's more like an alarm, especially in a situation like that. And it's a good thing you woke up to it, able to make something out of nothing and at least keep them moving forward.
2nd and 3 now. Man in motion here. Play action now with Allen. And they've got him behind the line for a big loss.
I got to be honest with you, Kate. That's an occasion where a drop would have been a whole lot better than a completion. Couldn't find the way back to the line, and it's a rare pass that actually loses yardage.
So a tough spot now. This is 3rd and 9. Now Allen. Shakir with the grab. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets him up with 1st and goal.
He just made a difficult throw to the outside look elementary, Kate, and that's not easy. The placement, excellent. And it helps set his target up to put some more yards on that stat sheet.
Big play got him to the doorstep, Brock. 4 more yards now in goal to go. From the red zone now. And he scores. It's a Buffalo touchdown. The Bills get 6 more on their early advantage. Dalton Kincaid with the touchdown. Well, Brock, you know this better than most. Sometimes these dudes can be a quarterback's best friend, finding the tight end in the end zone for 6.
And it really has been that way for decades when you think about it, Kate. From John Mackey to Tony Gonzalez to Travis Kelce. The position can be such a mismatch when you're throwing for the end zone.
Bass on for the extra point. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Bills drive their lead to 11. Bass now to kick this away. Here's Avery Williams on the return. He stopped on the return at the 27. Now here come the Falcons on offense. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. They've got a man in motion. They go play action. Here's Penix. He'll get this complete to Pitts. And he'll get it out to the 34 before he's tracked down.
When you see play action, do all you can to get your eyes to the tight end, because that's their bread and butter. That play action gives him time off the line, helps chip a rusher, or even helps sell that fake. And then when he releases, he gets out, he gets some leverage. He gets to that edge before the defender can cover him.
2nd and 3. Nearly intercepted. Ooh, he almost had it. Couldn't bring it in. Incomplete. That brings up 3rd down.
You feeling lucky? Well, do you? Well, he should, because the quarterback got away with one right there. That was an easy pick dropped by the defense.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got 3rd down. Penix now to throw. Complete beyond the marker. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs.
You're not going to last long in the National Football League if you don't convert a good chunk of your 3rd downs. Nice find there to continue the series.
New set of downs for him from the 46. Shotgun snap, a give to Robinson. He cuts it to the right sideline. It goes as a gain of 19 yards. And it's good for an Atlanta 1st down.
To play running back in this league, well, you've got to have tremendous vision. We saw it twice. Once to find the lane upfield, and then to get to space and break off some extra yards.
They're set up at the 35 now. Here's a counter give to Robinson. He'll cobble together a yard there. Ed Oliver there to make the stop. Just a gain of 1, and that brings up 2nd and 9.
I think one thing you learn, Kate, when you transition from college to the NFL, not every run is going to be a big play. Some of them, well, they're just destined to end in a minimal gain, and some of them will set up that critical play action for later.
On 2nd down, Robinson. And he got it real close, but stopped just about a yard or so shy of that 1st down.
Well, that doesn't net a 1st down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
One yard, all that's needed. This is 3rd and inches. Staying with Robinson. And he's able to take this one down to the 25. A gain of a lone yard, but Brock, that's all they needed. 1st down. They won't snap it in time. That is going to be the end of the 1st quarter. The scoreboard reads 14-3. We'll make our return to Mercedes-Benz Stadium after this. Back for our 2nd quarter. It's Falcons football. They're looking at yet another 1st and 10 on this drive. Robinson on the inside give. And he's got it down into the red zone at the 16. It's an 8-yard pickup, and they're going to have 2nd and 2 next.
I'm not kidding you, Kate. A run of that length at the NFL level, honestly, is the equivalent of a run of 15-plus at the high school level. It's hard in the run game to make yards, and they just got a very successful one.
A toss now to Robinson. He only finds a window for 2, but that's still enough for a 1st down.
Yeah, you'd sure love to see a little more yardage when you get into the open field, but this offense, it will take a new set of downs with that toss run.
And they've got themselves another 1st and 10. Penix here from the gun. And he has the catch, gets both feet in, that's a touchdown! The Falcons make it a one-score game in the first half. Exactly the play they were looking for, Brock. They saw it, and he put it right on the money.
Yeah, it really was a perfect play. This is what it looked like in practice, but more importantly now to get it done in game time, that's what you're looking for. Amazing when it all comes together.
Young Hui Koo on for the point after. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Falcons cut the lead down to 4. We've got a good one here. They've cut the lead to 4 as they send it away. Johnson now on the return. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. The Bills and quarterback Josh Allen ready to get back to work now on offense. And after the impressive drive we just witnessed, you gotta imagine that they are hoping to respond with something similar.
Yeah, and I don't love to use the word can't, right? But this can't be a 3-and-out for this offense right here. They got to give their defense a chance to catch their breath and turn some of the momentum in the building.
Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Running back sent in motion. Throwing now on 1st down. Allen completed to his running back. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down.
Just get this guy touches. I don't care how, I don't care when. Just find unique ways to get this running back the ball, and over time, he's going to make you pay.
Halfway to the marker, it's 2nd and 5. From the shotgun, it's Allen. He's got the hook up to Cooper. It looks like we can call it about 4 yards in the end. A.J. Terrell making that stop.
This is one of those kind of win-win situations. Both sides feel good. As an offense, I get a completion. I get a win. As a defense, I keep everything in front of me. I make the tackle for a short gain. I get a win, too. Sometimes you can get to win-win.
Allen throw on 3rd and 1. Catch is made down the right sideline. And he'll be across midfield and close to that 45 before going out. It's a gain of 19 on the play. And that's good for a Bills 1st down.
That's what we call situational football. You spend all week working on your nickel passing game package to take advantage of 3rd downs just like that.
Football on that 47-yard line, 1st down. And they send a man in motion. Allen gonna throw again. To the ground it goes. That's incomplete. Looking for his wide receiver there. And it's going to be 2nd down.
Those passes get more and more difficult as you try to get aggressive downfield. I love the call. I love pushing the ball down the field. But the windows in the throwing lanes aren't there long. And it only takes a little bit for a throw to be off.
To throw again, it's Allen. He completes it in traffic. And he's short of the 1st after a mild gain.
He's just one of those guys, Kate. Even when he's not open, he's still a target thanks to that physicality and his ability to just play bully ball. They don't like forcing into coverage, but sometimes when you got a bully like him that can create space, you just find a way to get him the ball.
To the air again, Allen. On the move, headed right. He's running for it. And he takes it just inside the 40, down to the 39.
It's one of those situations, not much to be had there no matter what he did with the ball. Even if he scraped a positive gain out of it, that's still a win and a confidence builder for this defense.
Looks like they will indeed try it. 4th and 2. Here's Cook. And that short gain is enough for a new set of downs.
I'll be honest with you, seeing that in real time, I didn't know if they got enough. But credit that first to a tremendous effort and secondly, to know exactly what he needed to go get that extra yard.
Markers reset, ball at the 37. Going to the ground again on first. And he's able to get this to the 32 before going down. First down play nets him 5. It's going to be 2nd and 5.
That run's not going to turn many heads, but at the end of the year, I promise you, if you average over 5 yards a run, you can be a Pro Bowler.
Halfway to the marker, it's 2nd and 5. Again, it's Cook. And the defense is all over this one for a big loss.
I know from the position of the quarterback, Kate, sometimes you hand that ball, you put it in the belly of the running back, and you send him right into the teeth of a buzzsaw. You can feel it from the jump, and that call from the defense, well, it came at the perfect time.
Allen on 3rd down. That's caught for the first. And he takes it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. The Bills now lead by 10. Dalton Kincaid with the touchdown. His 2nd scoring catch of the game. You love seeing a tight end get the chance to show off those wheels, right? And in the best of cases, he can rumble the whole way home.
Kate, think of getting somebody with that type of mass rolling at full speed. Who's really going to want to stand in the way, wants to stop him anyhow? The answer, nobody.
Bass on for the extra point. The point after splits the uprights. And the Bills drive their lead to 11. Bass now to kick this away. Here comes Williams on the return. And pretty solid field position starting out here, Brock. He's tackled at the 29. The Falcons and running back Bijan Robinson getting set to begin another drive. They find themselves down 21-10 as they take over. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Slot man motioned over. Here's Robinson up the middle. He swarms in the middle. This gets maybe a yard. That play cleaned up by Matt Milano. Only gets a yard there to make it 2nd and 9.
You know, Kate, I like to call these body blows. Body blows. You got to be committed to running the football. Even if it doesn't move the chains, I guarantee you that wear and tear will pay dividends later.
They'll run it with Bijan. He's got room to roam here. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. Give him 24 on that play. And the Falcons will have a 1st.
I'll tell you what, Kay, one of the things I'm most proud of coming out of broadcast are my O-line buddies that will hit me up during the game and say thank you. Thank you for finally showing some love and giving some light to what those big boys are doing up front. I got to play with some of the best to do it. I got to see it up close and personal. Because of it, I'll never forget it. And they just showed up on that run.
And he's going to get it out past the 40 before he goes out.
These intermediate gains, that's the wheelhouse for these two to connect on. Start the series off well. And it sure keeps the defense on its toes in case they try to load up and just simply cover the receivers.
2nd and 3 now. From the 39. Rolling left, buying some time. He tucks it and takes off. They pick up 20 yards there. And it's good for an Atlanta 1st down.
As long as these are the results he's getting, they're going to be just fine with him calling his own number. He does such a good job of seeing the field and knowing when it's his time to take it himself.
They have themselves another 1st and 10. Working inside the red zone. Throw left side is caught by Pitts. And he's into the end zone for an Atlanta touchdown. The Falcons make it a one-score game in the first half. Kyle Pitts with a touchdown. So he looks to and finds the big fella, and his tight end takes it in for 6.
Such a reliable weapon down in the red zone. You know, kind of reminds me like a point guard making an entry pass to that post player. When you trust your big people around you, and when a quarterback trusts his tight end like that, it makes a difference.
Koo on now for the extra point. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Falcons cut the lead down to 4. We've got a good one here. They've cut the lead to 4 as they send it away. Johnson with a return here. And look at this return. And they'll start this drive in good position, a little shy of the 40. Possession switching back to Buffalo as their offense heads out. And with each team coming off a touchdown and scoring well early on, we've got the makings of a barn burner here, Brock, if they can keep this up.
Yeah, and as a quarterback, as an offense, it doesn't mean you over-try, but you just know, hey, man, our defense is having a hard time slowing them down, and we've got to step on that accelerator.
All right, excellent field position for the Bills as they set up 1st and 10. Now the shotgun give to Cook. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
Back to the line they go. It's 2nd down. Another one for Cook. And he's brought down for a loss.
This coordinator tried to show some trust and belief in his offense. A run after a negative run? Well, you lose a lot of equity and belief in that coordinator. I don't think he's going to try a 3rd run after back-to-back negative losses.
6 defensive backs out there. Falcons in the dime on 3rd. Operating from the gun, it's Allen. Connection made to Shakir. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. What a play on 3rd and 13, and this drive will indeed continue.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your 3rd downs. It's the money down, and nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
1st and 10 from the 41. Allen. He finds Kincaid. And they bring him down around the 34.
Well, he saw his guys pick up the blitz. Well, he felt them pick it up anyway if he wasn't looking at him. But with their effort on his behalf, I think this QB felt owed to them and the group up front to find somebody to get a completion, so that effort up front wasn't in vain.
2nd and 3 now. They kick the running back in motion. Working from the gun, it's Allen. Finds Kincaid. And they bring him down. Looks like he got it to the 27. That's good for 7 yards. And that's good for a Bills 1st down.
Look up contested catch in the football dictionary, and you'll see that. I mean, I can't critique the defense there. They're in the hip pocket of that tight end. But these contested catches, these tight ends that can separate with their hands, utilize their body, even when you're covered, you're not.
He throws a bullet to the center of the field. That throw doesn't lead to 6. So that brings up 2nd down.
Boy, this is really great defense to deny a big play and make them work for the touchdown. If they want to reach the end zone, they have to scrap and fight through them.
Couldn't connect on first. It's second down. Again, Allen to the air. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. He was looking for Keon Coleman on that throw. And things look tougher now with 3rd and long.
There's the importance of staying in phase as a defender. He was all over him in coverage, and that really did help force the incompletion.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the defense comes through. That's going to back him up and bring up 4th down.
No one picks him up, and he reminded everyone in the building why that's a major mistake. The linebacker's athleticism on full display. A sack in under 2 seconds? That's a select group of players on the planet who could pull that off.
The Bills will turn to their kicker, Tyler Bass, for the field goal try. It'll be 51 yards from the left hash. Distance is good, but not the accuracy. He just missed it left. And a 4-point lead, it shall remain.
He was hitting from that distance pregame. Heck, we were on the field watching it, and they were confident he could do so again. Just did not work out this time around.
The Falcons and this running back headed back out for a new series. And that front is really going to need to buckle down and provide some more opposition because he's gotten off to an excellent start here. The Falcons in good field position here as they start out 1st and 10. Putting a receiver in motion. 1st and 10, or under Robinson. Broke through the tackle. And he's officially into enemy territory now. They're going to give him the opposing 49.
This dude was just not going to be stopped. Not by the first defender. Heck, not even by the second one who was able to bring him down. No, it took a few shots before this crew could finally get this beast down.
Let's see what they want to do here, partner. It's 2nd and inches. Another carry for Robinson. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
That's certainly a spot where you could be more aggressive, Kate, if you wanted to take your shots. But some coaches, even the bolder ones, will take the safe play first when they get it from time to time. No 3rd down required now.
Ball on the 45, 1st and 10. Gets it ahead, has about 5 yards. That's A.J. Epinesa on the tackle. Offense to the line for 2nd down. Penix working from the gun. He'll get this complete to Mooney. And he's going to be brought down at the 23-yard line. That play good for 17 and a 1st down.
I know the Combine tries to test everything it possibly can physically, but I don't know how you test courage at the Combine because there's nobody defending you. Nobody wants to hit you. But that was the epitome of courage to make that in cut and make the catch.
Offense set for a 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Robinson. He's pushed straight ahead, and that's maybe a yard at most. Terrell Bernard tracking that one down. Manages just a yard on 1st down. Now it's going to be 2nd and 9.
You know, not a ton of yards, but still showing that commitment to the ground game. The type of run that keeps the defense from loading up in coverage and focusing entirely on that passing game.
Here we go, 2nd and 9. Quick slant into the hands of Pitts. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain.
Good luck defending that short yardage slant. Just not going to happen. There's a reason. This is a go-to play for just about any quarterback in every situation.
All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3. From the shotgun, Penix. Flushed out of the pocket. And he slides down with enough to pick up that first. 5 yards on that play and enough for a new set of downs.
That is quarterback play 101. Maybe not the first chapter of it, but man, is that important. Getting downfield, get what you can with your legs, then most importantly, protect yourself. Get down and don't take any extra contact.
An option give to Robinson. And he's tackled after gaining a handful. Give him 4 that time, so 6 to go on second down.
That is just a good, solid run right there. I know, that's pretty basic commentary, but sometimes football can be basic. It keeps you on schedule, that kind of yards per carry, and you move the sticks.
Second down carry for Algier. And he's in. It's an Atlanta touchdown. The Falcons take a second quarter lead. They kept it on the ground as opposed to airing it out, and that time, well, Brock, the ground game paid off.
Well, these great rushing attacks down here that could score rushing touchdowns, it takes the whole party getting involved. Yeah, the burst of the running back was tremendous. How about the launch of his blockers right off the line of scrimmage? That's a touchdown the entire way, and it took the entire group offensively.
Coup on now for the extra point. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Falcons push their lead to 3. Out to kick it away, here's Pinion. Here's a return from the 7. He stopped on the return at the 27. The Bills headed back out on offense. Their quarterback returning to the field now. And we're all hoping his hot start can continue. He's been putting up some numbers early in this contest. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Shotgun handoff now to Cook. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a first down.
You know, the elite running backs in this league, they don't just see what's right in front of them. You set up big runs like this because they see what's behind them. That's called extraordinary vision and extra yards.
New slate of downs to approach here from the 40. It's the 2-minute warning now from Atlanta. And it's the Bills with 1st and 10. New slate of downs to approach here from the 40. First and 10, here's Allen. Complete to Shakir. And he breaks even, but that's it. Brought down at that line of scrimmage. D. Alford getting there for the stop.
And the defense was all over that throw, able to stop it right at the line. They could smell that one coming, and they sniffed it out in a hurry.
Bills moving quickly now. They're in the hurry up. 2nd and 10 now. Cook calls it in. And this almost ended worse, but he gets a yard out of it. D. Alford getting there for the stop.
That's a defense's goal, right, Kate? Just get us to 3rd down so we can have a chance to get off the field. And that was a good adjustment on that stop in particular, when the back ended up being the target, and they were able to keep him short of the sticks.
Here he is on 3rd and long. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. That's Justin Simmons. And the Falcons will take over along the midfield stripe after the interception and return.
You know, one of the beauties of the game of football is it never sits still. It's constantly adapting. And that nickel defense right there, critical in taking the ball away. And when you think about nickel defense, you think about Rondé Barber, won the Hall of Fame in the summer of 2023, really revolutionizing the position of the nickelback. That nickel defender and that nickel defense, critical in that takeaway we just saw.
The Falcons returning their offense and this running back to the field. They seem likely to carry the lead into the locker room, but some points here to end the half could make things even more comfortable. New set of downs for him from the 46. On first down, here's Penix. No place to go, so he just threw it away.
This is why we hear about closing speed so often when you evaluate players. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released and alter that throw.
No dice on that prior pass. Here's second down. Penix looking to pass. Dumps it off to his running back. He's corralled after a modest 4-yard gain. Tackled on the play by Taylor Rapp. And the Bills bringing out an extra defensive back. Third down coming up. Penix here from the gun. Makes the grab in bounds left side. They get 22 on that one. And the Falcons will have a first.
This entire play, Kate, depends on how well he can separate from his man. You get man-to-man coverage, it's really about two things: separation and trust. Because QBs want to throw it before he breaks. That's the trust. And then they got to believe that that separation could create the big play down the field.
The drive picks up here, 1st and 10. From the red zone now. The throw is caught. And he gets them down to the 9 before going out. A nice pickup of 11 there, Brock, and they'll have 1st and goal to figure out.
Kid, I can't tell you how good that is. Anticipating the outcut, having the ball on the way before the receiver's head even turns. He puts it on him so that receiver can easily get out of bounds for the nice gain.
They go play action. Here's Penix. He's got it. And he's able to get it to the 2 before the stop.
You know what I love to say? You never go broke taking a profit, and you often gain profits when you use your eyes as a quarterback. Those hitch routes, those underneath throws, oftentimes it's the eyes of the quarterback looking downfield and then taking that short completion.
Robinson, and he's in for the touchdown. The Falcons will add to their lead at the end of the half. It's a Bijan Robinson touchdown. So, Brock, this offense looking sharp here in the first half as they extend their lead.
You know, and when things are going well, sometimes you really just get into a groove. And this is a unit that's putting the pieces together.
Koo on now for the extra point. The point after splits the uprights. And the Falcons make it a 10-point ball game. Out to kick it away, here's Pinion. And he opts not to bring this one out, so they're going to enjoy some good starting field position from the 30. The Bills ready for their next series, led out on offense by their quarterback. And at the pace he's begun the game throwing the football, Brock, he is in line for a special type of performance if they need to keep throwing it until the end. They've got first down here, but just 18 seconds to work with. All right, keeping it simple. They're just going to call a give right up the middle. They'll have him gain about a handful there. Jesse Bates getting up for the stop that time. Halfway there on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. That's the end of 2 in Atlanta. The Falcons really spreading their wings. They're out in front so far. Now we'll get you down to our Orlando studios for the EA Sports Halftime Report with Jonathan Coachman.
Okay, Kate, thanks very much, and welcome in everyone to our EA Sports Halftime Reports. For the Falcons, they were led in the first half by their quarterback, Michael Penix. He came on after a slow start to fire 2 second-quarter touchdown passes and give his guys the lead at the intermission.
All right, thank you, Coach, and we are back and about set to begin the second half. Well, if you love high-scoring games, no doubt you have been glued to your television so far. And no signs of slowing down as we begin our second half. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. The home teams and Michael Penix Jr. set to take over again. And as we see some of the highlights from their showing, his work a big part of why they're in front right now. Having a nice, solid game as their offensive leader. I think we can say he's had a firm grip on the wheel and has really driven them to this advantage. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Penix now to throw. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact.
You know, that was almost a nice chunk play before he was able to recover and provide the hit that dislodges the football. You like to see that physical edge and scrappiness to contest any kind of shot plays deep.
So after the incompletion, here comes the 2nd down call. Here's a counter give to Robinson. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
Well, they were hoping to get outside and meet those guys at the 2nd level. Well, someone from the 2nd level came to beat him on his turf. And that meeting didn't go so well.
This drive in some serious trouble. It's 3rd and 12. Penix. Getting out to his left. He'll make a bid for it on the ground. One of the game's biggest plays right there as they get the markers reset.
Well, the field opened up, and he simply takes off. Even in today's NFL, where dual-threat quarterbacks are everywhere, it's not often a guy can rip off a run like that.
First and 10 after that last highlights. They're at the 30. Shotgun snap, a give to Robinson. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs.
He easily had the yardage for a first, but he was hungry for a lot more. I think that tackle prevented something that was going to be a lot bigger than just a 1st down pickup.
All right, set now, 1st and 10. Staying with Robinson. And they will score. It's an Atlanta touchdown. The Falcons grow the lead coming out of halftime. It's a Bijan Robinson touchdown. It's what every player who scores a touchdown wants to do, Brock. He wants to get right back there and put another 6 on the board.
I've never met an NFL player content with one end zone trip in a game.
Nope.
Yeah, if you're content, you're not making it to this league. You get one, you're instantly thinking of another, and the fortunate few are able to actually deliver on it.
Coup on now for the extra point. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Falcons take a 3-possession lead. Out to kick it away, here's Pinion. Brings in the kick at the 9. He's stopped on the return at the 27. Buffalo sending its offense to the field. They're running out of time to get this game into a more manageable spot, Brock. We've got a 3-score deficit, and we're in quarter number 3. Offense ready to begin this drive, 1st and 10. Man in motion here. Allen now on 1st down. The Falcons getting close, and they take him down! And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
In theory, Kate, that's exactly what complementary man coverage is supposed to look like. The DBs, well, they're sticky on the back end of it. The front end, that pass rush, it makes an impact that gets home. But of course we know, it's not that simple. It is really tough to lock down a full field for more than a second or two.
Everyone's prepped. It's 2nd down now. Trying again, following the sack. He fires one deep down the right sideline. And disaster averted. He knocks away the deep ball, incomplete. That one firmly denied by the man in coverage. And that's going to leave him with a tough 3rd and long. Operating from the gun, it's Allen. Gets this to Kincaid. And it's a nice gain, but still not enough for the 1st.
You can earn your money in the NFL in all sorts of different ways, but defensively, in a league where you're just not hitting as much in training camp, you're not tackling as much as they got to in the old days, when you can make a play in the open field, keep them short like that, I promise you some money will follow.
Punt team is on now, and they get this away. Fields this at the 19. And he gets his guys a few yards before they bring him down on the return. 58 yards on the punt there. And it's going to be their football coming up. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Drive begins with a run. It's Robinson. And he found some running room for a nice gain. Good rip on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 2.
That does not show up on any explosive stat sheet, but let me tell you, Kate, that's the real deal right there. You run for that kind of yardage consistently in the NFL, you do set yourself up for success.
Here's 2nd and 2. He smartly won't risk something here and just chucks it away.
Boy, you certainly want those throws to be automatic. Every team, if you're going to be efficient, you got to hit those passes in the short to intermediate zone to effectively move the ball in this league.
No connection on the last play, and now it's 3rd down. Robinson on the inside give. And he'll get taken down after advancing this to the 37. A 5-yard gain on the play. And it's good for an Atlanta 1st down.
I don't know what it is, Kate, but I love 3rd down runs. I really do. I know the receivers don't always like it because money down, they want the ball. But a 3rd down run for a 1st down can be so demoralizing to that defense.
Penix on 1st down. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
Even from the booth, Kate, I could hear it. I could hear that front 7 telling the guys on the back end, hey, All I need is a couple seconds of lockdown from you guys, and I'm going to get to this QB. You promise that you deliver? And that's exactly what they did, wasted no time in getting that sack.
All right, here we go. Second down. Another try following the sack. Stays in the pocket. Did not like what he was seeing, Brock, and he just hurls this one away.
Everybody wants to play quarterback until a play like that. Almost no resistance off the ball and the defense ready to maul you. It was all he could do to get rid of it before he gets just clocked.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have third down here. Throwing now from the gun. He's on the move. He's running for it.
You know, that's a situation. May have worked out better if he'd thrown the ball. His running ability gets him a chunk of yards, but still some work to do to get that first down.
The Falcons getting ready for the punt. It'll be Bradley Pinion doing the honors. And he finally gets a hold of one here. This is hit far. And he can't evade the coverage team for much. They stop him before he gets really anything on that return. Now we've got the Bills offense headed back to the field. And this game might be going better if he could have some more time just to work back there. This pass rush has been all over them. Really keeps taking this offense out of any grooves that they've managed to get into.
Okay, I like to say in life there's energy givers and there's energy vampires.
Yeah.
And for this defense, these sacks right here, they're such energy givers. And, man, it's like a vampire sucking the juice out of an offense.
Yeah, I love that. They're out and set. 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Allen. Little off center. His man just couldn't adjust to it. Not on the same page with his tight end. So 2nd down coming up.
Hey, Kate, I know it's unrealistic to expect a 100% completion rate from anywhere on the field. But in this close, you really shouldn't be missing too many throws. Those need to be borderline automatic.
Back to the air, Allen. Pass complete to Cook. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot.
To this day, I can still see the faces of the big guys in the huddle. When you call a screen like that, instead of them just getting knocked backwards, they get to be salesmen. They get to push those linemen downfield and then tee off and go hit somebody like they did right there.
It's Allen out of the pistol. That's complete to Coleman on the slant. And he's touched down after a nice pickup there to get the first.
That is what elite offenses are all about. Why worry about 3 downs when you need only 1? Move the chains in one play and keep driving that defense backwards.
1st and 10 from the 41. Cook trying this one up the gut. And he scampers ahead and gets 2 on the carry.
You know, they got some positive yards. That's a good thing. But too many plays like that, it just is too hard to pile together, get first downs against the better defenses in this league.
8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down. Working from the gun, it's Allen. Throws into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. That's Justin Simmons. And the Falcons get it back as he intercepts him for the 2nd time this game.
Well, that's now his 2nd time that he's put his defense in a tough spot. That's a hard thing about playing quarterback, Kate. You know, with these interceptions and now the 2nd on the day, you're asking your defense again to step up to another series, another possession, another challenge. This quarterback's got to start protecting the football.
The home teams back out on offense. Their running back headed out once again. And unsurprisingly, Brock, a great day on the scoreboard so far for him. Has him with the advantage as we move through this third quarter. The Falcons in good field position here as they start out 1st and 10. Penix now. Throwing the out route complete. And they'll make the stop up at the 46-yard line. Following that completion, medical staff headed out for an injured player. We'll see what the nature of his injury is. Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. Play action. Here's Penix. Couldn't connect right side. It's incomplete. No luck finding his receiver that time. And now it's 3rd and short.
Can't cover it much better than that. Really well covered, Kate, on that play. There just simply was not a window for him to sneak that throw in.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got 3rd down. Now the give for Bijan. And he'll get them enough for a 1st down.
Win the early battle. Get a little leverage. Low man wins off the line, and that's all that was needed to ensure that 1st down right there.
Still on the move, coming to the line for 1st and 10. Here's Robinson up the middle. And his charge towards the line, that's right around 3 yards.
Hey, not a bad play by any means, but there's room for more, and they know it.
Second down now, 7 to go. From the 48. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. That throw is looking for Kyle Pitts. And it's 3rd down now.
I'm not sure if he was hearing footsteps or he just had a surprise break in concentration. It's so unusual at this level to see a drop pass unless there's a hit involved.
3rd down, it's Penix. That's caught for the 1st. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. A big play, 23 yards to move those chains.
You know, it sure seems like he knew exactly where he was going with that before the snap. That's a pre-snap decision that led to a post-snap 1st down.
They'll come up 1st and 10. A run here with Robinson. And he gets it forward to steal about a yard out of that. That play cleaned up by Matt Milano. Just a gain of 1, and that brings up 2nd and 9.
Okay, this is why you got to be careful to just run it always on 1st down. You got to break your tendencies. The casual fan, well, that casual fan knew what was coming, but more importantly, this defensive front did too.
Penix working from the gun. And the cover just too good there. Didn't find a throw that he was confident in, so just throws it away. 3rd down coming up.
You really want those throws to be like clockwork for your offense. Every team needs to hit passes in that short to intermediate range to effectively move the ball.
No connection on the last play, and now it's 3rd down. Throwing now off play action. And they will score. It's an Atlanta touchdown. The Falcons pick it off and get points on the ensuing drive. Drake London with the touchdown. That was just gorgeous football right there. He saw the window, just had to wait for his guy to flow toward it, and that pass fit in beautifully for the touchdown.
Kate, this is one of those moments where a quarterback's got to take his pre-snap read and make sure he confirms it quickly post-snap. And when he does, and he's got space to fit that post in, like you said, it's a thing of beauty.
Koo on now for the extra point. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Falcons make it a 24-point ball game. Out to kick it away, here's Pinion. Johnson now on the return. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. The Bills set to take over offensively. And the turnovers have not helped as they find this game out of reach at the moment here in the third. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Looking to throw here and shake off that previous INT. Complete to Coleman. And this one gets to the 33-yard line before it's stopped.
Every once in a while, it's fine to be conservative on 1st down, especially when you get enough to stay on schedule and get a little something coming out of it, too.
Halfway to the marker, it's 2nd and 5. Straight ahead, here's Cook. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs.
That right there, that will make the coaches happy. He didn't just get the 1st down, but got a healthy chunk of bonus yards afterwards.
First and 10 from a yard shy of midfield. Back to throw now, Allen. Connection made to Coleman. And he has it to the 42 before they make the stop. Second and 3 now. Now the shotgun give to Cook. And he's able to get this to the 32 before going down. They get an even 10 on that play. And that's good for a Bills 1st down.
Okay, this is why coaches across all levels of football harp on the importance of good, fundamental tackling, not just to hear themselves talk. It's to make sure that when one of their guys has a chance to bring down a running back, they're able to do it and keep those plays from going any further.
And this is pushed ahead for a gain of 5. Arnold Ebiketie makes it there for the stop. Give him 5 on that carry, bringing up 2nd and 5.
You gain that kind of yardage in the run game, and you're going to gain the trust of your offensive coordinator. Plays like that, runs like that, set the table for everything else in the playbook.
Again, it's Cook. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage.
Kate, these are not the plays that are like bold in the stat sheet when you look back on it, but these are the kind of gains by the running back that keep the offense on schedule and move the chains.
All right, I'll set up now. 1st and 10. Now Allen going to the air. This one's quickly to Shakir. And this play reaches the 12-yard line before the stop is made. Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. Allen setting up to throw. The throw is caught. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
Sure seems like he knew exactly what he wanted, and he got it, going right where he wanted to with the ball off the snap.
This offense in position now. It's 1st and goal. The shot to the end zone is incomplete. Took his shot at 6 that time. It's 2nd and goal.
You know, as a QB, I'm going to note that in the back of my head. That was a heck of a break. Knocks the ball away. DBs like that, they tend to, once they get one hand on the ball, have a pretty good beat on you and can get 2 hands on it the next time.
And he runs it across. Touchdown! The Bills shrinking the lead some in the 3rd. Josh Allen, the touchdown. They broke out the design, run for him there. Coach just tells him, hey, Brock, hey, QB, do your thing, get us 6.
Yeah, and these offensive coaches love this play, and defensive coaches hate it, Kate, because it really gives you an extra hat, right? An extra number when your QB's got the athleticism, got the legs, got the instincts to go run it in for 6. A defensive nightmare, an offensive touchdown.
And now the Bills' offense staying out. They're going to go for 2. They want to run it across. And he's in. The 2-point try cuts this lead to 16. That makes this a 2-score game. All right, partner. It is a small step on a long road back, but a necessary one. The touchdown and that conversion drop us back down to a 2-score game.
So you're saying there's a chance, Kate, just a little bit of a chance. Maybe they got to do it again and again
They got it.
and
Come
again.
on now.
But all I know, time may not be on their side, but they did gain just a little bit of momentum.
Bass now to kick this away. Here comes Williams on the return. And pretty solid field position starting out here, Brock. He's tackled at the 29. Here's Atlanta ready to take over possession. And taking a look at these highlights, Brock, just a reminder of the type of game that they have had throwing the football. It really has been the key to their success.
Yeah, they've just not only stayed on schedule here, Kate. Man, they've made some music, right? Great rhythm.
Yeah.
Not just ahead of schedule, but huge plays have followed. We've seen a lot of different looks and wrinkles throughout this performance, and it's been a joy to watch.
And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. They'll run it with Bijan. And he'll go down, and we'll say right at the 39-yard line.
You know you love some of my buzzwords, Kate. I know you do. And this one was about willpower. He got the rock a long way from the chains and put his teammates on his back for a heck of a run and a great try at that 1st down.
Options are open here. It's 2nd and inches. Another carry for Robinson. And he's going to bring it up to the 40-yard line before he stopped. Just a single yard, but that's going to be enough to move the chains.
That is an old-school battle you simply love to see. An offense that close to a 1st down, a defense that knows there's a run headed its way. It's a battle of wills. It's the offense that gets it done this time.
On 1st down, here's Penix. Buys time, rolling right. And they get to him as he was trying to make something happen. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
Well, partner, I think this defense had enough. This QB has been getting out of the pocket and doing damage with his legs. But not this time. Great pursuit, great effort, and they're able to wrap him up for the sack.
Back to the line they go. It's 2nd down. On the give, here's Robinson. And he's going to manage a lone yard on that drive up the gut. That play cleaned up by Matt Milano. Just 1 yard. Could have used considerably more. That's going to bring up 3rd and very long. From the shotgun, Penix. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the defense comes through to back him up ahead of 4th down.
Awareness. That's what I call it, Kate. Awareness. You got to have a game awareness and understand the situation. 3rd and long, You should never take a sack. Put the ball in play or throw it away, but don't take a sack in that situation.
Punting unit out now. And they could really use a good one here. And he sends this away. Definitely his best kick of the game thus far. Punt meets him at the 28. And before that return amounts to much, they bring him down. And that punt gets up to 59 yards. And they'll get ready to go on offense. The offense headed back to the field. And the first half scoring has continued so far in this second half as they try to keep the pace. All right, excellent field position for the Bills as they set up 1st and 10. Throwing here, Allen. Has him on the quick hitter. And he'll get it up to the 44. Just 1 quarter remaining in this one. It's Bills football. They trail late, but this game's still very much in reach. Second and 3 now. Operating from the gun, it's Allen. He's got the hook up to Cooper. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
It sure seemed like he knew exactly where he was going with that right off the snap.
First and 10 from a yard shy of midfield. Throwing with a blitz on the way. Escapes the pocket. And this time they're going to get there, and they drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. Second down coming up.
That sure ended up being a worst-case scenario. Pass rush just kept coming and bearing down. And he was looking for an escape that wasn't there. It's just one of those plays in hindsight, Kate, where you really got to understand, I got to cut bait, cut my losses, and avoid such a negative play.
They really need some chunk yardage here on second down. Trying again, following the sack. This one delivered off target, Brock. That's incomplete. Looking for his wide receiver there. So they're left facing 3rd and long.
That play right there, Kate, that just goes to show you, you can't take any completion for granted. Even some of the shortest passes in the game plan.
3rd and long, it's Allen. Completed over the middle. And he'll be brought down a step or 2 shy of midfield. They're going to mark him at the 48.
Feet and eyes, Kate. Feet and eyes. They so often tell the story of every position on the field. When that quarterback's feet and eyes move to his secondary read, and so often it's a tight end, well, it's incumbent on that defense to fly to the ball. You want to make that tackle, force the 4th down. It took a great defensive effort to do it.
4th down, and on comes the punt team, and the kick's away. And he can't hurt you with the return if you just kick it out of bounds, right? This one flies out right around the 15-yard line. The home teams are being led back out there on offense by their quarterback. And this defense, boy, just beyond frustrated this late in the game. How's a group supposed to deal with him as a passer, Brock, and dedicate the resources needed to slow down this type of day on the ground, too? Offense ready to begin this drive, 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Robinson. And finally, they bring him down. He shook off a couple of defenders there on a nice pickup. First down play nets him 5. It's going to be 2nd and 5.
Hey, look, Kate, you can't just ask one tackler to go mano-a-mano and stop this guy. You got to have the cavalry a-coming. One guy makes a hit, the others are there to clean up and pile on, because one-on-one, he's going to run right through you.
From the 20 on second down. Pitts brings it in.
Quarterbacks will look for their tight end short in just about any situation. They take away the deeper options. Well, there's their consistent source of positive yardage, the trusty tight end.
All right, it's a nickel set for the Bills. Third down. Here's a give to Robinson. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a first down.
Offensive coordinators tell us all the time, big runs only happen with coordinated efforts. Great blocking to spring them. Guys hitting blocks downfield, and a back who can show off his wheels.
It's a new set of downs for him at the 32. Penix on first down. He's on the move. Trying to get away from the pressure, but he can't, and they drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. Second down coming up.
And right there's the danger, Kate, when you put the ball in the air. How many times do we see these coordinators, when you get a nice run, right, you gain some steam on the ground, you stick with the ground game. They don't, they call the pass, and the defense reacts, and reacts well with a sack.
Offense to the line for second down. Another try following the sack. Finds his target, Robinson. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down.
It is so hard for these defenses. I don't envy them at all to try to monitor where these running backs are. Are they chipping? Are they delaying their route? He's such an underrated part of their overall passing game.
Let's see what they draw up on this 3rd and 7. Penix here from the gun. Escapes the puck. Oh, he was on the move, but so was the defense, and they take him down. And the defense comes through. That's going to back him up and bring up 4th down.
I'm just looking at this hourglass of sand, Kate, and realizing there's not much time left for this team. But the only chance they had was to create a sack right there. Give a little momentum to their offense, who now has no margin for error. You got to go score.
They'll bring out the punter here. And he's going to do the honors for the 4th time today. Fields this clean at the 30. And he's brought down before the return gets far. The offense being led back out by its quarterback as they get geared up for their next possession. And on that last drive, Brock, he crossed a notable threshold in passing yards for the season. Always nice when you can reach one of those plateaus to look back on after the year's over. All right, excellent field position for the Bills as they set up 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Allen. Coleman with the grab. And he's brought down after a short gain. Second down now, 7 to go. Working from the gun, it's Allen. He's got it to him yet again, and that one is caught. And he's going to go down right along the midfield stripe. That one gains 7. And that's good for a Bills first down.
Move the chains! Got to move them chains! Build momentum and keep that defense on its heels.
A new set of downs forthcoming. It's 1st and 10. It's a sweep. He pops the pass forward. On the move, past the 40. And they get this down roughly to the 34-yard line. 16 yards on the play. And that's good for a Bills first down.
That's pretty good right there now. You don't always expect a sizable gain when you run it on first down. You just want some yards to set up an easier second down play. But they will take that execution every time.
Shotgun handoff now to Cook. And they've got him down near the red zone at the 22. Pickup of 12 on that play. And that's good for a Bills first down.
Now, don't think for a second they're going to slow down the tempo. Defense on their heels. And right now is the best chance to go push that envelope and get aggressive.
Allen now on first down. And a man is there to knock that away. Thought he had a touchdown there. So it's second down coming up.
Now, you ask a lot of your defenders on that field. It is not easy to play defense in today's NFL. Not only stay in their assignment's hip pocket, but to make plays on the ball as it arrives. He was challenged with an intermediate throw, and he swatted it away with ease.
Here's Cook. And he's brought down after getting this to the 17 into the red zone. They get about 4 there. Need a little more than that now on 3rd and 6.
When you don't have great success on first down, Kate, it's a little bit like a hitter in baseball falling behind in the count. And all you want to do as a hitter is get back to a fighting chance. Give yourself a better count. That play, well, it does the same here. Now a much more manageable and opportune 3rd down situation.
Looking touchdown, but can't connect. That throw doesn't lead to 6. And now a 4th down staring right at him.
I think if you look up in phase in the defensive encyclopedia, that is a picture-perfect form of it. He was all over him in coverage, really forcing the incompletion.
Amendola able to put it through. And that drops the deficit down to 13.
This is a case of, well, just get what you can on the way out the door, Kate. It's already out of reach. Just take the 3, let your kicker get some points, and make it a hair closer in the box score.
Bass now to kick this away. Here comes Williams on the return. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. This offense headed out as we get a look at their running back. And get that big old marker out. Cross a major number off his roadmap after that last drive. He's reached one of the marks that every back strives to hit at some point during the season. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. They go play action. Here's Penix. He'll get this complete to Mooney. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. That one goes for 25 yards. And the Falcons will have a 1st.
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains, there wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
Man in motion out of the slot. 1st and 10, around to Robinson. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain. A nice 6-yard pickup. They're going to have 2nd and 4.
The humble 5 to 6 yard gain on the ground. Not a huge gain, not a game-changing play by any means, but one that keeps you on schedule and takes some of the starch out of that front 7.
After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. Penix working from the gun. It is caught left side. And he's taken down at the 30. It's a 13-yard play, and that's enough for the 1st.
And those are the completions they rely on from their passing game.
1st and 10 now from the 30. Shotgun snap, a give to Robinson. And he's going to get this to the 29 before he stopped. Only gets a yard there to make it 2nd and 9.
The one thing I could say positive about the execution of that play is at least he didn't go backwards.
They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Throwing from the gun here. Catch is made in close. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets them up with 1st and goal.
Every tight end worth his salt wanted this. Really craved man-to-man coverage. The best of them, give me man-to-man coverage, and I'm going to beat you. I was around Dallas Clark and Indy, one of the best. You play man-to-man, he's going to find a way to out-leverage you, separate from you, and make a play just as that tight end did.
1st and goal now as they try to pad this lead. Here's Robinson. And he won't salvage that. It's a loss on the play.
I talked to a bunch of different GMs, Kate, especially around draft time, and they all say the same thing. Linebackers are so hard to find. It's hard to transition from the college game that's in so much space to this game where you've got to play in a phone booth, yet have that explosiveness to chase a play on the outside down like that linebacker just did.
Penix looking to pass. This one is tipped away and incomplete. Good positioning to make a play on it. That forces 3rd down.
Perhaps a bit late breaking towards the ball, but still just enough time to get a finger on it and knock it away.
So now, here's 3rd and goal. Here's Penix to throw. Cut near the goal line. And in for the Atlanta touchdown. Well, as they drive forward to what right now looks like it should be a win, Brock, he sure has taken advantage of a nice little chance to boost his stat line. His 2nd touchdown of the game.
Yeah, you just kind of feel these two building some trust, right? Just more and more equity. Certainly paying dividends in this one, but more than likely for more games to come.
Now the Falcons offense staying on the field, lining up to go for 2. He's throwing for it. Forced out to his right. And he's into the end zone. That play adds a couple more to their lead. Well, that right there was a beautiful bit of short field artistry, partner, netting them a couple more points following the touchdown.
I love that word, artistry, because that's what you are as a quarterback, right? You have got to sometimes create a picture when there is none there. And this QB, more than capable of doing it, that just so infuses everyone around you with so much confidence, because it didn't have to be perfect. He could scramble and still find a way to create one heck of a beautiful painting.
Out to kick it away, here's Pinion. Has this at the 6. He's brought down at what looks like the 24-yard line. Back out runs their offense. And their last drive did end in points. Not as many as they wanted, though. They had to settle for that field goal despite advancing the football pretty well. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Allen looking to throw. Gets this to Kincaid. And he'll get it out to the 34 before he's tracked down.
Sometimes you're looking to push the ball down the field. But as I've said before, the crumbs lead to a cookie. And you never go broke taking a profit, and those big tight ends will often find you those easy check down yards.
In a good spot here, 2nd and inches. Pressure coming, it's Allen. This will be caught by Cooper. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
They like to say it's about the Jimmies and the Joes. I think that's about the X's and the O's. That's a well-drawn-up completion that nets them a 1st down.
New set of downs for him at the 38. Throwing now on 1st down, Allen. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. You go middle of the field against zone coverage, Brock. You know this firsthand. You are throwing into rush hour, and there aren't a lot of easy completions to be found in that part of the field.
Yeah, and a lot of those throws, Kate, you're signing your guy up to take some sort of hit. It's on you to protect your guys. Credit that defense for flying around and making the play.
Shakir with the grab. 30. Gets it to the 15. And he will score. Touchdown, Buffalo. The Bills get it back to within 2 possessions. I love plays like this, Brock. Sometimes you just got to ask your dude, show me what you got, man. Show off those wheels, and he did just that.
Yeah, beauty in simplicity, right?
Yep.
Now, when you run that fly route, you got to win right from the jump. And you got to protect yourself from the sideline, too. Don't get pushed to the boundary. Give your quarterback room to throw it up, and you can find pay dirt.
Bass gets the extra point to go. And the Bills get it back to a 14-point game. Bass now to kick this away. Here comes Williams on the return. And this drive will start inside the 25. This offense running out for a new series, led by their running back. And they're already up by 2 scores, Brock, but another one here would really put this one out of reach. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. They've got a man in motion. On 1st down, here's Penix. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
Let's be real clear. There is nothing lucky about number 7 at all for this quarterback. The 7th time he's been taken to the ground for a sack. This defense, they made adjustments. They're incorporating a variety of different looks and blitzes, and it just seems like, Kate, constantly they are a step ahead of whatever this offense is trying to do to protect this quarterback.
Everyone's prepped. It's 2nd down now. Trying again following the sack. He'll get this complete to Pitts. And he'll be out of bounds at the 25-yard line.
I know I could sound like a broken record when I talk about timing and getting the ball out on time and on rhythm, but these outcuts, it is so imperative, and the best of them make it look oh so easy.
Drive in dire straits. It's 3rd and 9. From the shotgun, Penix. And even on 3rd down, he sees no choice other than to get rid of it. Not the play they wanted. It's going to be 4th down.
So many coaches love 3rd downs, and they practice them so much, Kate. Why? Because they're the money down in the NFL. Whether it's a close game already out of hand, coaches know, got to execute and convert on these 3rd downs.
Punter takes the field on 4th down, and he sends this one flying. And that fair catch brought in just beyond the 30-yard line. That punt goes unanswered. No return there. And the Bills will take over possession. They've got 1st down from the 31. Operating from the gun, it's Allen. Couldn't connect across the middle. It's an incomplete pass. Almost a completion of the wrong team there. And it sets up 2nd down.
I think I could see his eyes from the booth. He was envisioning the return and simply dropped it. You got to secure the pick before anything else.
2nd and 10 now. He's gonna try to drop it in deep right. Oh no, they get him yet again. That's Justin Simmons. And the Falcons turn the interception into a drive starting in enemy territory. He's tackled at the 45-yard line.
This is a time that the communication upstairs from the booth, Kate, down to the field, it starts to get just a little bit hot. These eyes in the sky, they've got to help this quarterback try to see the field, because right now, with the 3rd interception, man, he is killing his team.
Onto the field runs the Atlanta offense. Their last drive didn't make it very far before they had to punt it away, partner, so hopefully this one has some better legs to it. Ball on the 45, 1st and 10. This is Robinson. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs.
You call that 1st down running play. You don't always expect to get those kind of yards, but they'll take that every single time.
1st and 10 now from the 30. Staying with Robinson. And he only manages one. Couple of defenders there to bring him down. They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Robinson on the inside give. And he has them a 1st down, which they will tackle on the other side of this 2-minute warning. A handoff for Robinson, running right. And he's able to rip off a chunk of red zone yardage to the 10. So after the 2-minute warning, another stoppage here. The defense is calling time, 1:55 to go. Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. Handoff now to Robinson. And that play is brought to a halt, they're going to say, at the 5-yard line. And right away, we get a timeout from the defense. 1:51 to go. First and goal now as they try to pad this lead. A give left side. Here's Robinson. And he won't challenge for the goal line. The stop made at the 4. The defense takes its 3rd and final timeout as they'll meet and decide what to do on this 2nd down. Robinson, and he gets in, touchdown! The Falcons have likely locked up the win right there. It's a Bijan Robinson touchdown, his 3rd of the game on the ground. Well, Brock, you know this better than most. In baseball, it's 3 strikes and you're out. I know you experienced that a lot, but on the gridiron, you're feeling pretty happy, right? If you can strike the end zone 3 times in one game.
Yeah, I'd rather go hockey and soccer. That's just the positive guy in me. They call that a hat trick. It's worth celebrating.
Look at you.
And yeah, they should celebrate this effort.
Koo on now for the extra point. The point after splits the uprights. And the Falcons stretch their lead to 21. Out to kick it away, here's Pinion. This one's fielded at the 40-yard line. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. The Bills' offense all set for their next drive. And this a final opportunity to make things a little closer in that final score. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Allen on the play action. Finds Kincaid. And he'll get it up to the 44. Give him 15 yards on the pickup there. And that's good for a Bills 1st down.
The smartest pass catchers I've ever been around, they know how to set up an out cut beautifully. They recognize when they have leverage, how to sell the deep route, and then boom, they just break it out as if it's nothing.
Connection made to Shakir. And he pushes this down to the 42 before going down. They gain 14 on the play. And that's good for a Bills 1st down.
You know, Kate, over the years, I've heard defensive coordinators say, hey, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. You got to earn the right for me to call blitzes. And when you call a blitz and you don't get home and you don't hit the quarterback, you've earned nothing.
Finds a seam down the middle. Has room into the secondary. And he takes it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. The Bills get it back to within 2 possessions. Keon Coleman, the touchdown. So sensational work by the skill man there, Brock. Anytime you can make your quarterback look that good, you know he appreciates it.
That's a quarterback's best friend, no question. But on the other side, gosh, defensively, you got to get that skill player down. Period. Yeah. End of story. You can't give up that much yards after catch.
Bass on for the extra point. Right down the middle. It's good. And the Bills get it back to a 14-point game. So even after the score, they're still down 2 possessions. Time not exactly on their side as they try this onside kick. And the Falcons are all over the kick. That should just about wrap things up here. And he's able to reach the 40 on that play. Victory formation here. Looks like they're going to take a knee on 1st down. Your favorite formation, right, Brock? The victory formation here as he takes a knee.
Nothing left to do now, Kate, but celebrate on one side and watch on hopelessly from the other. What a hard-fought effort to get to this spot, and now you can enjoy the victory.
Lining up to take a knee on 2nd down. With the win in hand, they'll take the knee, let this clock run out. So the Falcons defend their building and take the win at home. And it was a game for fans of high-scoring football, wasn't it? I know Brock was enjoying seeing both of these offenses work, and really not a lot to dislike from either group. Just one side working at a slightly better clip than the other. That was the difference in the win. So for my partner, Brock Heward, and our entire crew, I'm Kate Scott, saying this has been the NFL on EA Sports. So long, everybody. A well-earned win for the Falcons as we say goodbye from Atlanta.